Okay, good evening. This is the Tompkinsville Esplanade Waterfront design by Casper Wads, myself, Nigel John, Raven Rowl, and Lawrence Pierce, and also Saria Wallace. So he was given about one half of a mile of land to create a design by EDC. The purpose was to connect Tompkinsville Esplanade, which is near the north. On the north of it is the St. George Ferry and also the National Lighthouse Museum to connect all the way to the new waterfront for the Stapleton on the south. Our budget is 6 million.
So the pros of this are it's near the pier. To the left is a large space, is a large area to work with. It's next to the St. George Ferry Terminal. The dock area can be turned into a boardwalk. The cons of this are the fact that the shoreline took major damage from Hurricane Sandy. The surrounding areas are left in poor conditions, the sidewalks and the lighting. The large amount of waste and garbage needed to be cleaned up, and there's some kind of sinkhole.
So for the bathroom design materials, well, the fixture materials, I use a sensor toilet and a 3-in-1 sensor sink. And the finishing materials, I use a opaque polycarbonated plastic roof and also an opaque tempered glass for the outside. And for the inside, it will be black concrete flooring and white interior. And this is just the plan view and the perspectives that I came up with.
This is a map of bicycle lanes in northeast Staten Island, and although there's a bicycle lane nearby the Tompkinsville Esplanade, it's a shared road. So we would like to add either a conventional or a protected bicycle lane along the Tompkinsville Esplanade to provide a safer alternative. You can see over here. So this is the line in red is where we would like to extend the bike lane. It would be connected with the bike lane near the Staten Island Ferry and the St. George Ferry and the bike lane on Front Street. We would like to create a high quality and sustaining esplanade in the Tompkinsville waterfront. And to do this, it is imperative that we plan for water resilience, ways to mitigate storm surges and shoreline erosion, and are by implementing riprap revetments and or water walls along the coast of the esplanade. We would like to add a water fountain into the esplanade. The water feature would have seating around it to view the water jets like light shows. When the water feature is off, it would provide a large space that could have events hosted. I basically researched a little bit about the neighboring waterfront, which is south of the Tompkinsville Esplanade, and we thought it would be good to maybe keep the area consistent, the designs consistent with the area. So maybe the benches and the fences could be the same. These are all the plants that we would like to add into the green spaces in the esplanade. They are all deer resistant and native plants and non-poisonous.
When we first started out the project, we had to do a little diagram. So this is an idea that we came up with all together with the fountain, the flexible open area, the water steps, scattered around seating that change over time, the gardening area for the greenery and plants, and the bike area, of course.
In design proposal one, we have the bathroom to the right, to the left. Uh, we have seating to the bottom, be or under the open area. There's the water step right next to the open area, and we have a few strips of green space or green areas. Um, and we have also benches that cut into the green areas. The green areas, yeah. Yeah, this is one of the drawings I made, and you could see the water steps and the middle ground, and you could see a strip of the green area, how it may look. And these are a few 3D designs that I've also done. And this is of the design proposal 4, where you could see the bathroom is separate from the open area, and the water fountain is in the middle.
We just to throw this out, our students had to find ways with their teachers of doing these designs without necessarily being able to use AutoCAD. So I actually going to ask one of the students who presented just now, just to maybe talk about the different programs you used for these designs and how you adapted, perhaps.
Yeah, so these were actually done in Google Slides. I didn't use any other software but Google Slides. So this was done in a software called 3D Paint, or Paint 3D, and it's a free software that it doesn't really it's not really meant for architectural purposes. I wanted to use it to maybe make it more of a visual, make a better visual of the area maybe.
Well, just thank you to the team. I'm sorry, I see Monroe raise his hand as well, but this is Julia with the Capital Program, and I have my buddy here. Sorry, he just came home. I really enjoyed seeing the progression of your project approach over the last few months, and I think all along had really both, a clear, logical framework and some innovative ideas. I think the graphic development has been phenomenal. Sorry. And your drawings and renderings here really speak to the program.
I wanted to just put a piece of trivia out there to sort of speak to one dimension of the project that we haven't really talked about. Can anyone guess what percentage of DOT's annual budget is for new projects versus maintenance?
I feel like I can't give an exact number, but I feel like it's probably like below 50, because with maintenance, I feel like it's gonna like add on more in terms of like cost reasons and time, and just like the entire what's the word, like planning behind it, if like that makes sense. So yeah, I think it'll be under 50, because you have to do certain things before you get to like the initial plan.
So your reasoning is exactly right, but your percentage is off. It's 1% is the amount that is for new projects every year. 99% of their budget is just to maintain what's already built. And so I just offer that because like the fountain, for example, is this beautiful feature. But when you're thinking about putting those types of improvements into an area, you always sort of have to think about, how who's paying for that? How is it getting paid for?